Hey Moon Magic family, welcome back to the channel and welcome to anyone who is new here. Thank you so much for joining me today. In today's video we are doing all zodiac sign readings and the monthly moon energy overview. I do this every month because I personally find working with the moon is so incredibly empowering. Now, from a moon perspective, the key word this month is basically intense. Now, that's not necessarily entirely negative. In some areas of our lives, the intensity, to be honest, may be absolutely amazing. But in other areas of our lives, depending on what's happening for us individually, it could also feel a little bit challenging from time to time. It really depends what's happening in the uniqueness of your world. You might even find there's a tension between the both. You may find there are certain things you want to push through with, drive things ahead, put the throttle down and go forwards. And yet other things may be calling for your attention first. And you may find you have to just do some other stuff first before you have the space to properly move forwards and have your focus. So I think this is going to be a really interesting and potentially eventful month. And I think if we understand the energy and we use it well, I also think it could be incredibly fruitful as well. So in this video, we will first of all look at oracle cards and runes for the overall period. These are kind of like a global focus of energy that's going to be affecting all of us. We'll then draw individual cards so that we can see how the energy is going to affect you personally. I'll draw cards for every zodiac sign, and because of the, I guess, intense nature of the energetic flow, I'm actually going to do an archangel reading for every single sign, and I will be asking for a specific message for each sign. There will, of course, as always, be bigger extended readings on Patreon. So for anyone who wants to access even more information, I'll put a link in the description box and in the pinned comments so you can find those. And then finally in this video, I'm going to give you really detailed information about every moon phase through the entire month, so you know exactly what to expect, when to expect it, because there will be periods of intensity, as I've said, but there's also going to be periods when the intensity eases off. And I think if you have an awareness of those, the energetic ebb and flow, let's call it that, of the moon energy, in my personal experience, this is incredibly helpful in terms of how we navigate our lives. So let's get started and look at the cards and the runes and the overall flow of energy that we're being shown, and then we'll draw cards for every sign. Now, we already have drawn for May, course correct and intention, with fertility and harvest. We then get harvest showing up again, and Hagalaz, the rune of disruption, with the card of grace, and we see trust the universe. Now, what this overall flow of energy is showing us in this moon month is that as we start this moon month with the new moon in Taurus, we're still in the Mercury retrograde shadow. We've come out of eclipse season when really quite a lot was potentially shown to us. And the Mercury in retrograde shadow means that we are still sitting with the residue of stuff that the universe wants us to see in order to help us to get on track. This includes our thinking patterns. If during eclipse season you found that your mind was, I don't know, going down the odd rabbit hole or kind of spiraling off in different directions, the purpose of this was to kind of highlight it and bring it to the surface so that you could then, with grace and ease, decide really sort of how to let it go, how to do it differently. And if we think about this as being a month of intensity, where the universe is holding that higher picture for us. The universe is rooting for us. Whatever may be going on in your world, the universe is absolutely rooting for us to emerge, to transition, to emerge. And I think with the card of intention here, part of that emergence is to recognize how our thinking patterns are working, how we're responding to situations. Are we responding with good grace and keeping ourselves steady, or are we spiraling off into different kind of mindsets? Are we spiraling downwards? Are we spiraling off and losing our focus, losing our intention? If you think about intensity as being positive, if we are focused, there's a relationship, a connection between intense energy and focused energy. When we're focused on something, it means we are intensely preoccupied or orientated in a particular way. I think one of the best ways of using the energy this month is to really orientate our focus in a very, very conscious way. And I think circumstances during the eclipse season and the Mercury in retrograde season meant that quite a lot got shaken up for many people, brought to the surface. If there were any elephants in the living room, you'd have seen them in no uncertain terms. It's now time to bring your own conscious choice and free will into being a sort of an active participant in processing the information we were shown, and also in listening to what the universe is continually showing you to assist you in remaining on track, or even in getting back on track if you have found in any way that you have lost your focus. Intense energy is all about focus if we are using intense energy in a positive manner. So I think there's real opportunity and real fruitfulness, I've already spoken about that, in this coming month. Let's now draw cards for every sign. Hey Aries, welcome to your angel reading. We understand the overall flow of energy. Let's draw a couple more runes. We have the rune of Othilla, separation, and also the rune of wholeness as well. Interesting, Suelo. Now this would indicate the path you must follow, and this means you've outgrown something. Beautiful Aries. Let's draw some more cards. Let's use the Archangel Michael pack and see what we are shown. We'll effectively, I think, do an Archangel Michael reading primarily, and see what else we are then shown. I'm going to take that and that, and I think, yeah, there we go. Let's have a look and see what we have for you. The first card that is showing up is self-respect. The prayer that comes with this: dear God and angels, thank you for helping me see myself as you see me through the eyes of love. Thank you for honouring and respecting me. Please guide me to do the same for myself and grant me the courage to speak up on my own behalf. I ask for your protection in all of my relationships so that I am surrounded by kind and loving people. We then have honour and trust your feelings. Admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. Okay, very interesting with the rune of Othilla, separation. Let go of fear now. Explore your options. Energy healing work. It's very interesting because I feel that I actually think, beautiful Aries, you have some quite important decisions to make. The message that's coming through for you for this moon month is to do with writing your energy, making some clear decisions, honouring your own feelings, doing what's right for you. I think there's a lot of fear and worry for you around, I'm almost seeing like a tension between doing the right thing, but the right thing, almost, if it's got a sense of obligation around it, may not actually be what's right for you. Your message, Aries, actually is very, very clear. You need to do what's right for you. Explore your options. I think as well, when we have the explore your options, honour and trust your feelings, I think I want to say there's more than one way to approach your situation. I think it's really important that you consider what's right for you rather than being emotionally driven by this, because I think, you know, you could end up feeling, you know, with the Hagalaz rune, it's kind of like we wake up to things, we see things. I think you kind of, Aries, know what this is about, if I'm honest. The key here is to focus on what's right for you. Admit the way that you feel about this. Let go of fear. Stop worrying about this situation, whatever it is that is around you in the uniqueness of your world, beautiful souls. It's time to explore the different ways of handling this. I think there are a variety of ways of navigating this, and all of them need to be about what is actually right for you. This is one of those situations where doing the right thing actually means stepping away from what you used to think was the right thing, or almost what other people would see as being the right thing. You know, when people have expectations of this is what you should or shouldn't do, this is a time when the shoulds and the shouldn'ts aren't necessarily the right thing. I think you need to step away from almost those traditional expectations, beautiful souls, and absolutely do what is right for you. There's stuff going on under the surface, behind the scenes, and you know what this is about. Explore your options. Think about the different ways that you can approach this so that your energy is kept clean, so that you're not eroded anymore. That's what I'm getting, the feeling that you're kind of being eroded. Beautiful Aries, your message is unbelievably clear. I'm going to actually draw some charms for you before we sort of wrap up this reading. I didn't know it was just going to be an Archangel Michael reading, but it feels really relevant, and I think that's what we'll do for all signs. So, okay, yeah, look at that. So we've got the music notes. You really, really, really need to sing your own song. Walk to the beat of your own drum. Stop doing what everyone expects you to do. There'll be a solution here. I think you're fearful of rocking the boat in some way. Now, luck is on your side. Trust the universe, okay? Luck is on your side to move things forwards in a way that would be right for you. We have the key with the skull on it, which actually basically says, do you know, you can unlock any door that you want, okay? Follow your heart, beautiful Aries. There's a situation around you that has been holding you back, getting in the way, stopping you, stifling you almost. And yeah, just honor it, admit the way you feel, kind of get out of your own way. You don't need to be fearful of this. Just explore your options. There will be a variety of solutions available to you. Beautiful souls, this is your reading for the moon month. This is a really important area for you to address. This is the area that the angels, Archangel Michael, wishes to speak to you about for this moon month, where there is quite a lot of intense energy and opportunity for genuine fruitfulness. I think what we'll do, beautiful souls, in the extended readings is to literally explore your options. So beautiful Aries, if you'd like to really delve into even more, you're very, very welcome to do so. I will put the link to my Patreon site for those extended bigger readings in the description box and also in the comments for phone users. Beautiful Aries, I wish you an amazing month. Your message is so, so clear. Tons and tons and tons of love to you. Hey, beautiful Taurus, welcome. Let's draw a couple of runes before we get out our Archangel Michael cards. Okay, your runes, you have Hagalaz again, and then you have, wow, Hagalaz twice, and then you have the rune of Gateway. That's Thurizaz. Now, this is really, really interesting. I'm thinking that with this moon month, gosh, it might be really, really busy and you may feel a little bit overloaded. I feel. But the productivity will come. There's something that you need to stop and see, beautiful souls. Let's ask Archangel Michael for information, please. What is the message that our beautiful Taurus needs to be given? And may we please ask Archangel Michael for that message, please, for this moon month, this very intense moon month. May we have another card. There it is. Okay. We have, ask Archangel Michael to help you with this situation. Have confidence. Oh, that's lovely. Write about your thoughts and feelings. Okay. You have believe and trust. Spend more time outdoors and keep your eyes on your targeted intention. Okay. Right, my beautiful Tauruses, I'm going to say that something didn't go through as you wanted it to. And the message that you are being shown here is, it's sort of like persevere, basically. This is a moon month when you need to persevere. Now, it may be that you're not going to get the results that you're looking for immediately. It may be that you're not going to get everything that you would like, or the one thing that you would like, or whatever it is you're working on or processing, or the goal, the end goal, the dream, the desire. I'm going to be really, really honest. I need to read it as I see it. I don't think it's coming this month, this moon month, but it doesn't mean it's not coming, okay? I don't think it's coming this moon month, and I think the reason for that, with the rune of gateway, I actually think there's going to be literally a gateway for you. I think there will be an interruption or a circumstance that either something has to come to an end or be processed or work its way through, or literally a new direction or a new doorway opened for you to get to the end result. Something has to be worked with. I don't think the one thing that you are really hoping to prioritize, and I've got to say it how I see it, I don't think it comes to you this moon month. But I'm not sure that it's not a million miles away, as it were. Let's draw some charms and see what else we're shown here. Let me see. Okay, right, so look at this. So we have love, we have the shield with love, we have the bicycle, okay, oops, we have the bicycle, we have the anchor, and also we have like the candy cane. This is interesting because it does actually always remind me of Christmas. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the thing that you want is going to come at Christmas, but I think it's going to feel like Christmas when it does come. Now, with the bicycle, I think you're pedaling in the right direction, okay? I think you're pedaling in the right direction. The anchor point here is really interesting. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. So, we know that this is going to be a moon month that's pretty intense. It's going to have some ebbs and flows of energy. The biggest message, or the primary message for you, beautiful souls, is to stay on track, to be anchored, not to be buffeted about by the waves. I actually think there's something you need to see. Believe and trust. Now, it's very interesting that we have the rune of gateway and this card, because in this card, believe and trust, there's the prayer that comes with these cards. And the prayer says, before going to sleep tonight, say, Archangel Michael, please enter my dreams and replace fear with faith and trust. Let me be filled with strength, courage and confidence. Have confidence. It's here again. Ask Archangel Michael to help you with this situation. Also, spend more time outdoors. I think what's happening is that your confidence is wavering. Something didn't work out as you'd hoped it would. If anything, it became sort of a bit stifling, a bit restricting for some of you. There were restrictions. I think for some of you, it just felt like you got blocked. Something you really wanted got blocked. For others, I sort of feel as if you are actually in the energy of restrictiveness, perhaps just by circumstances. With two harvests, you may actually be really, really working too hard to be able to focus on the something that you really, really want. But don't lose sight of it. I think you're going to be given a sign. I think you're going to be given a sign and be shown kind of almost like the gateway that you need to walk through. But the biggest message for you, beautiful souls, is not to lose faith, not to feel that you can't have the thing that you want or the thing that you wanted. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention and remain grounded. I think what's happening is emotionally you've been buffeted about because something didn't work out, something didn't come through that you wanted, it didn't come to fruition, and it caused a lot of disruption. It really did. I think it caused you to feel very unanchored. I mean, for some of you, this will have been connected to some aspect of a love relationship. Write about your thoughts and feelings rather than have them simmer away inside you. Write about your thoughts and feelings. And also, when you write about them, you might want to write, this is a really useful exercise. If you get a piece of paper and you draw a line down the middle, you write about the things maybe that didn't work out, or and the concerns, the wobbles, if you like, down one side of the page, but you use the other side of the page to reorientate, to write about the things that you do want. It's almost like a written vision board. If you then sort of tear it in half, you can kind of do something, burn the side that you don't want, or or whatever you wish to do with it, but you keep the side that has the information on it that you do want. So it's helping you to keep focused. Spend more time outdoors. The message for you, beautiful Taurus, is really clear. Don't lose faith. Persevere. Don't lose sight of the thing that you really, really wanted that has previously, it just hasn't worked out. Something went wrong. And yes, I can genuinely say I don't think it's going to arrive this month, and I'm sorry because I know some of you are really holding out for this, but I do think you'll reach a point where it's a point of proceeding. If you think energetically you have to climb, let's say you have to climb a mountain, if the thing you want is in the valley on the other side of the mountain range, you've got to climb to the top of the mountain, and from then on it's plain sailing because it's downhill. And I feel for this month you're in that space where you're still climbing to the top of that mountain in order to then you're in that stage of perseverance. Maybe you thought you'd get to the peak, and just when you got to what you thought was the peak of the hill, and that can happen literally when you're walking. If you look up and you can see the ridge of a hill and you think, yeah, that's the top of the hill, and then when you get there there's another bit, but you couldn't see it from the ground floor, as it were, from the ground level. Beautiful Tauruses, you're on the uphill. You'll get to that peak, and I think you'll get to that peak during this moon month, and from then on it's downhill. It's easy going. The terrain, the territory will be easy. It's just that you've had to navigate something that didn't work, and you've had to process it. Remain anchored, persevere, believe and trust. Don't lose sight of what you want. Invite Archangel Michael into your dreams, and remain anchored and grounded. Spend more time outdoors, because the more anchored and grounded you are, the better your energy will be. Have confidence. This is a month where you're being asked to reach out and ask. Reach out and ask your angels. Ask for help. And they do say that, angels cannot help us unless we physically ask them. They cannot interfere with conscious free will and choice. And if your conscious free will and choice is constantly involved in worrying that something won't happen, that's what this card intention is all about. You know, intention is a focused thought. Prayer is a focused thought. Worry is also a focused thought. Notice the predominant thoughts that you hold in your mind, because these are actually sending a request into the universe. If necessary, consciously make adjustments. So I think, in all honesty, for you guys, the message is clear. Ask your guides and your angels for help. They wish to support you. They wish to help you. You've got a little bit more uphill to go, but I think that's going to come quickly. So my beautiful Tauruses, thank you for joining me here on YouTube. I think in our extended readings, we will literally dive in and we will ask, when is this happening? And what should you be expecting? And is there anything specifically beyond being grounded and asking for help that you can do to actually move this forwards? So that is what we will attend to in your extended readings. Beautiful souls, if you're with me on Patreon, you will no doubt continue with this reading with me over on that other platform. And if you would like to join me over there, you are very, very welcome to. Beautiful Tauruses, have an amazing month. Persevere. This will happen. Do not lose sight of that absolute end goal, that desire, that intention, the thing that you really, really, really want, the thing that for some reason didn't work out and for some reason feels at the moment to be out of your reach. It's not going to be out of your reach forever. Super souls, tons and tons of love. And Patreon people, I will see you in the extended reading. Hey beautiful Geminis, we are going to draw some Archangel Michael cards for you and some more runes to start with. What are we showing for Gemini? So we have two runes. We have the rune of strength and the rune of ice. That's very interesting. Okay, now the rune of strength speaks of kind of perseverance, having to keep going at something. The rune of ice actually tends to suggest that something isn't moving forwards. What else are we shown? What message do Gemini need to know and to have for this month of, well, this moon month? I can't really even say the month of June because it's not. It's the end of May and the beginning of June. For this coming moon month, what are Gemini being shown? What do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want 6 cards for our beautiful Geminis. Please, 6 cards from Archangel Michael to bring a message for Gemini, please. Okay, right. Lean on God and the angels for support. Beautiful Geminis. What are you working on? What are you doing? This is your life's purpose. Okay, we have the person you're asking about is trustworthy. Okay, we have the card of self-respect. Positive thoughts create positive results and you're on the right path. Okay, so this is very, very interesting, beautiful Geminis. I'm going to move these over because I'm going to draw some charms in just a moment for you as well. But whatever you are trying to work with, okay, something isn't quite moving forwards as you would like it to. Something needs to thaw almost. Now, it may be that there is someone involved. We have the person you're asking about is trustworthy and you're on the right path. So clearly you're processing something, Gemini. You're processing something. I think you're really struggling to hold on to your self-esteem. I think you're really, really struggling. Yeah, literally. Look at this as she holds the world in her hands. You're trying to hold on to something. It may be that there's something that's departing or it's served its purpose, it's run its course, it's no longer relevant. I think you're struggling with some form of change or transition, beautiful Geminis. And the change and the transition, I think, does involve other people. It's requiring patience. It's a big period of upheaval, and it's a big transition. It's not a small one. This is actually a rune that speaks of opportunity disguised as loss. Yeah, I think you're having trouble, beautiful Geminis, letting go of something, or yeah. Let's draw some charms for a moment. May we have more information, please, for Gemini? Truly your primary message. Gosh, loads are coming out for you. Let's just let them arrive. Right. I'm going to say to you, beautiful Geminis, that the change that's taking place in your life at the moment, which feels like it's quite an upheaval, there's something that is departing from your life. And the reason it's departing is because it's time for it to go. Whatever that is, it's appropriate. And I think you are struggling to process that experience, okay? I think you're struggling to see a way forwards within this context. Now, it could be your home, it could be connected to home, family, work, whatever it is. It's a transition. Now, the person you're asking about is trustworthy. I'm feeling like somebody is trying to guide you through. We've got the person you're asking about is trustworthy, and then we've got you're on the right path. Here is somebody like leading a child through and saying, look, this is the way. And then we have someone here sort of holding something. Do you know, it's really interesting because I think there's a sort of a karmic thing going on here, where part of your karmic learning is about some kind of a transition. And it's really interesting. We have this butterfly that landed over here. It says, created just for you. Okay. Beautiful little butterfly. So this is a period of transition that's actually right for you. But I think there's a difficulty. Somebody's guiding you through it. Somebody's trying to show you the way. And I think you're kind of worrying about whether they're trustworthy. When I say a transition, I mean, literally, you could be moving into, let's say, a new relationship, or you could be in a relationship and upgrading it and moving in together. You could be moving to a new job. You could be moving house to a new area. You could likewise be literally physically letting go of something or someone. Whatever this process of transition from one place to another, there is opportunity disguised as loss, but I can see that this is something that it's quite difficult. A part of you would like everything just to stay the same and to sort of, I don't know, feel a bit safe and secure, whatever that may be. But it is actually time for things to move. This transition is actually right for you, and because we have the charm of the tree of life, it's really telling us that the timing is right. It's really, really right. Now, we have the dolphin charm here as well. Dolphins, if you think about it, they can deep dive, and then they also come up for air. I mean, they have to. They breathe air in the same way that we do. So even though they can deep dive, they actually have to come up and take air as well. And I feel for you guys, there's probably quite a bit of deep diving going on at the moment. Now, with that deep diving, there is a need to remember to stop and breathe. Okay, really, really important. Now, with the owl and the fish bones here, I'm going to say that I think during this moon month, things will come to the surface. They'll be focused upon, you know, stuff that maybe, it's like getting to the bare bones of the matter. You know, stuff that has previously perhaps not been seen clearly will be seen clearly. Now we're getting a good end result. We have the music notes, so we're coming back into harmony. The transition is really important because it's going to bring back harmony and balance into your world. This transition needs to come, and it is creating a transition to actually a significant sort of change, a significant shift in some aspect of your world. I do think there's been a bit of deep diving, and you're probably having a little bit of a wobble. That certainly appears to be shown here. Beautiful Geminis, that's certainly, this may not apply to all Geminis, it's a general reading, but beautiful souls, for those of you for whom it's resonating and whatever this is speaking to in the uniqueness of your world, come up for air. the stuff that's being brought to the surface needs to be brought to the surface, because decisions can't be made. We have this pointy arrow. Decisions can't be made to bring things back into balance until they are really, really seen and understood for what they are. Someone is trying to guide you through here, and this person is absolutely trustworthy. They are trying to assist this process of transition in a way that will bring about a positive outcome. But yeah, there's a little bit of stuckness, a little bit of fearfulness about the future here. We have a lot of reassurance here with the music notes. We're seeing that balance being returned, and also the lizard. Lizards enter the dream time. With the energy of the lizard, beautiful Gemini, I actually think the outcome of this transition will be way better than you could ever have dreamed. Okay, so the transition is really helpful. Part of your life's purpose at a karmic level is actually to handle this transition. Whatever this is about for you in the uniqueness of your world, there's a big sort of life lesson attached to it. It's almost the learning that you can do it and it'll all be okay. Got that flavor about it. So your message is very clear, Gemini. Whatever is happening in your world, whatever the transition, whatever the big shift, it is a transition that needs to happen. It's absolutely right. It's bringing about a much better future, a much better circumstance than you have around you. And the recommendation here is not to hold on to the way things have been, but to allow them to flow. Somebody is trying to guide you through. They're showing you the way, and they are trustworthy, and it is really, really worth letting them kind of take the lead and assist you. Beautiful Geminis. I think what we will do in your extended readings is to dive into what this is about in terms of your life purpose, and actually to really take a sneaky peek into the future of this transition, because I can see there's concern and anxiety about it. A lot of worry and a lot of just a lot of worry, a lot of anxiety about the upheaval of it somehow. So in your extended reading, we will dive straight in and ask about what the future is looking like, what this transition is about, and just see what information comes through for you. Geminis, I am sending you all the love in the world, and for those of you that wish to join me for the extended readings, you're very welcome to, and I will put the link into the description box and the comments for phone users, so you can check in with those readings straight away if you wish to. Beautiful Geminis, tons and tons of love to you. Hey, beautiful Cancers, let's draw some more runes for you first of all. And okay, so you have the rune of defense and the rune of joy. That is absolutely stunning as a combination. So this is Awaz, the rune of defense. Sometimes it speaks of boundaries, actually. Really interesting. And the rune of joy is, gosh, it's a fruit-bearing rune. It's a, gosh, out of darkness into light, carried across the gap by the wings of heaven. I mean, it's probably the most, it's the most joyous rune in our entire collection of runes. Let's draw from the Archangel Michael cards and see what else we are shown for beautiful, lovely Cancer during this moon month. What are we shown for Cancer? You're on the right path. Okay, lovely. What else are we shown for lovely Cancer? Go forward fearlessly. Okay. Hey, beautiful Cancers. We have pay attention to your dreams. How interesting. How interesting, lovely Cancers. What else are we shown? What else is Archangel Michael bringing in a message for you, beautiful Cancer? That doesn't feel right. What else are we shown for our lovely Cancers for this moon month? I'm seeing this one and this one. And that one there. Okay. So we have forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. Okay. Use your imagination and you'll see the answer, and spend time outdoors. Okay, lovely Cancer. I feel like you are needing to make a decision during this moon month, okay? And it's a very specific decision. In fact, I think it's a decision that has been on hold for a while. And this is the moon month because there's some quite intense energy, which we know and we understand. I feel this is the moon month when you have an opportunity to sort of finally do it, to attend to it. It's something that's been put on hold, and yeah, I sort of feel you've held back from making this choice, making this decision, from doing whatever it is. It's within your power to do it, but you've held back, I think, because you have, yeah, I think you've just felt concerned. You're concerned about getting it right. But you know, this is such an affirmation really for you for this moon month. You know, we've asked the angels very specifically for a message, really. That's what the intention that we set for these readings, a message from the angels for this moon month. What is the message that you need to hear? And beautiful Cancers, I feel you're being given the thumbs up. It's perfectly okay to move forwards with this. You haven't done anything wrong. Whatever has held you back, whatever has stopped you, whatever has been almost like lingering, it's not even lingering. I literally feel like you've consciously stopped yourself from moving forwards. You've been fearful that either that the outcome won't be okay, perhaps, but I think for more of you, it's more, there's something historically that you feel, gosh, I almost feel like you've, what am I trying to find the right words to explain what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing? It's as if, I don't know, I feel like you've held yourself responsible for something that went wrong, and I don't actually think it was your fault at all, and this is really clear. Forgive yourself. You've done nothing wrong, but it's as if you've constantly held yourself in a position of responsibility, and because of that, it's limited you from being able to move forwards in some way. Now, this feels for me as if it's a month that is inviting that transition. It's inviting you to step forwards, to overcome these concerns within you. And yeah, literally, the universe has your back with the rune of joy. It's as though the fog lifts. It's a new dawn, a new opportunity. It's like shedding that stuff, letting go of it, knowing it wasn't your fault, and really taking an ownership of that. It's almost like, I mean, I think we all recognise, you know, there are consequences to our actions, okay? And, you know, you guys are spiritual warriors. You wouldn't be watching this kind of a video if you weren't. But I feel it's as if, and sometimes this happens with a spiritual warrior, you take on more responsibility than is yours to carry. You look at something that hasn't gone well and you work overtime, or you worry overtime about the consequences of it. There's something here about releasing that sense of carrying more than your fair share of something. There are some things maybe that, you know, historically haven't been perfect, but that's life. But I do feel you've been holding yourself back from the pathway that you ought to be on the basis of something that actually you couldn't actually have changed. It would have gone the way it went anyway, regardless. I think that's just how it is, unfortunately. And somehow you've held on to that sense of responsibility, and yeah, it's held you back. And this feels to me like it's the moon month when you actually can move forwards. Your angels are really clear. Archangel Michael is coming through in this reading. it's time to move forwards, and actually both within your dreams, and if you just, you know, when you just rest and you move into that kind of semi-dream sleep, that journeying space, when you kind of, you're not really asleep and you're not really awake, and it's not a proper dream time, but you're semi-conscious. It's the journeying space, and you receive information in your dreams, your sleeping dreams, or in that dream space. You will be shown actually why it wasn't your fault. There's information coming through to you to assist you in moving forwards. Spend more time outdoors, be anchored outdoors as well. Fresh air, health, really an energy of health calling out to you here, beautiful Cancers. Let's draw some charms for you. Wow, loads. Okay, so we have love. Okay. We have the little mermaid. There's like a little mermaid sitting here. She's very wistful in this position. Again, I think this is you being very thoughtful, almost emotionally thoughtful. I think you've tried to compensate. We have the rose here, the Tudor rose. I think you've tried to compensate for somebody else's conflict. And in all honesty, yeah, you've tried to compensate for somebody else's conflict. You've tried to keep everything balanced, keep it all harmonious. We have the little cherub. But you know, it's kind of inhibited you from being able to follow your own pathway. We've got this star and this little pointy arrow. Honestly, I think, yeah, you've literally tried to compensate for somebody else's battles, somebody else's inner battles, and as a consequence, in trying to keep the peace, keep the balance, it's stopped you from being able to move forwards at a time when I think you actually have needed to. This is the moon month when you actually get to move forwards with a clear direction. The pointy arrow for me is always great clarity in moving forwards. It's like permission to move along, permission to move ahead, permission to follow something of your own dreams, your own purpose. You're on the right path. Go forward fearlessly. Look at the little stars here behind Archangel Michael's head, like a halo of stars, and we have the star here. It really is, it's time to follow your own pathway, truly Cancer, rather than being tangled in something that is somebody else's inner turmoil. It's their journey to fix it, it's their job to fix it. I think you've compensated beyond belief, and it's actually limited your own potentials, your own horizons, and stopped you following your own path. That is the message that is coming through for you really, really clearly in your reading, beautiful Cancers. Super Souls, I think what we will do in the extended readings is, I think we're going to look at where this is going. You know, where should you be moving forward fearlessly? Is there anything else you need to know in order to assist you in processing this so that you really kind of know this? Is there anything else we can be shown in terms of your dreams and your imagination to see the answer? Can we be given more information, in fact, to help you to be able to move forward fearlessly and know that this is not your responsibility to carry? I think that's what we're going to do in your extended readings. Beautiful souls, thank you so much for joining me here in these readings. You're welcome to connect in with the extended readings if you wish. They are on Patreon, which is another platform. I'll put the link in the description box and the comments. It's a site that works on donations. You can give as little or as much as you wish, you know, whatever is right for you. You're welcome to join me over there. Beyond that, beautiful Cancers, thank you for joining me. Your message could not be clearer. Tons and tons of love to you. Hey, lovely Leos, let's see what message is coming through for you for this moon month. We'll draw some runes for you first, a couple more. We have the rune of Fehu. This is possessions, nourishment. We also have the rune of joy. This is beautiful. I mean, this is unexpected rewards, gains, surprises. It's ambitions satisfied. Something is going to shift and turn around for you, beautiful Leo. It's something that you feel, I want to say ambitious about, but yeah, let's just see what else we're shown. May we ask for a message for our beautiful Leos, please? 1, 2, 3, 4. These are our cards. Okay. Yeah, a message for our beautiful Leos for this moon month. So you're on the right path. So really clear affirmation for you. Let go of fear. Okay, it's time to leave this unhealthy situation. Okay. Okay, beautiful Leos. This is a very clear card with definite clarity that the outcome you need and the outcome you desire will come to you. Your home is protected by angels. Now we have shield yourself sitting under let go of fear, and we have new beginnings and a fresh start. My beautiful Leos, you actually know that you need to walk away from something. Now, whatever this will be, this is a general reading, so it will be unique to you. But there is something you actually do need to say goodbye to and walk away from. There's going to be a need to make a decision about something. You're very anxious about doing this, but you are on the right path. You are protected. Your home is protected. My beautiful Leos. Whatever this situation around you, it's absolutely time to kind of call it a day. The message is really, really clear for you. This is a general reading. It could be a job, it could be a relationship, it could be just any kind of situation, but it really is time to move on. I think the thing is that you're really sensitive, and I think the circumstances that you're in, they're not responsive or sensitive to you. I think you're really emotionally sensitive to the situation around you. It's time to move on. It really, really is. This could not be clearer. Gosh, it feels such a direct and dynamic message for you, lovely Leos. Very interesting. Let's draw some charms for you as well. May we have some additional information for our lovely Leos. Gosh, it feels like there's loads coming through here for you. Okay, right. So we have the horseshoe, and we have the candy cane. We have the sign of peace. We have the sand dollar. We have the crown. Oh, beautiful Leos. And then we have best friends. Right, super souls. Your friends around you, your besties, they really, really, really have your back. Okay. If you've been really concerned about talking to somebody about this situation, turn to your friends. Now, luck is with you. Okay. I always think with the candy cane, it's a bit like Christmas, really. It's sort of saying to you, look, you know, the outcome is going to be so sweet. It's going to be so delicious. You know, the rune of joy, it's really right. For some reason, you're lingering, maybe out of fear, maybe out of concern as to what the new beginning would be like. But you know, the sand dollar is a charm that speaks of strength, flexibility, freedom, choosing your own pathway. You know, it also says you can heal yourself, okay? We have the crown here. I actually feel you need to step into your own power, Leos. That's really what we're being shown here. Your buddies, your best friends are here to help you. This message could not be clearer, beautiful Leos. Now, this is an intense moon month. I've spoken a little bit about that, you know, in the build up to this. And for those of you that are tuning into the actual moon month reading, as you know, the moon month information as well, you'll know all about, you'll learn more about it. But beautiful Leos, your message, yeah, it could not be clearer. You need to walk away from something. I think you're just worried about the new beginning. It could be that you're worried about letting go of your security. But you know what? The rune of joy, especially with this one as well, possessions, nourishment, ambition satisfied. You don't need to worry about what's going to come to you. If you're, I don't know, if you're moving out and you're worried about where you're going to, where you'll go, your best friends will be looking out for you. And honestly, there's going to be some significantly unexpected rewards and gains, possessions, material wealth coming to you. You don't need to worry about whatever it is you're leaving behind, lovely Leos, but you do need to walk away and leave it behind. Don't worry about the sense of security, or if you feel you're losing something of a material nature. It will come to you in abundance once you are out of that energy. Okay, your message is so clear, beautiful Leos. I'm sorry that you're facing this level of having to leave something that's not okay, but beautiful souls, your message is clear. I think what we'll do in the extended readings is we'll kind of really take a bit of a sneaky peek into the future, see where this is going, see what the rune of joy and the rune of nourishment and possessions are suggesting, and to see if there's any more information given about the process of basically of letting go of something here, of walking away, of this, but information really about perhaps it's time to leave this unhealthy situation, what the fears are, and also, you know, what's coming, what these new beginnings and these ambitions satisfied, you know, and the rune of joy, what is all this about, what's coming to you if you actually take that step. So I think that's what we'll do in our extended readings. Super souls, you're very welcome to join me on Patreon for those. And for those of you who are on Patreon, I will see you in the extended readings. And yeah, I'll see you in a few moments. Perhaps they will be on Patreon ready and waiting for anyone that wants to transfer over to that other platform. It is a platform that works on donations. You can give as little or as much as you wish. So, you know, that's really down to you. And thank you so much, all of you who are there. Beautiful Leos, I'm sending you all the love in the world. This is time for you to take an ownership of your courageous Leo heart and act in your own best interests. Tons of love. This reading could not be clearer. Hello, my beautiful Virgos. Let's draw some runes for you first. We have, okay, that's really interesting. So you have Hagalaz again. You also have the rune Fehu, the rune of possessions, nourishment. How interesting. Hagalaz, we have it now twice. Harvest twice, Hagalaz twice, disruption, awakening. And this rune of possessions, how interesting, nourishment, rewards, gains. Let's ask for, beautiful Virgos, if we can have some Archangel Michael cards, please, to give us a very clear message for our lovely Virgos for this coming moon month. May we have a message for our lovely Virgos, please, for the coming moon month. What do you wish our Virgos to really know about? Yeah, I will take those two. Okay. We have detach from the situation. Okay. We then have forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. Okay. Take time making your decision or making this decision. We then have a favourable outcome, focus upon divine and perfect health. And I am missing a card. I didn't realise that. May we have more information, please, for our lovely Virgos? May I have another card, please, for my lovely Virgos? May we have another card for a clear message for my Virgos for the coming moon month? Okay, positive thoughts create positive results. Okay. Okay, first of all, I do need to just give you an affirmation, beautiful souls, that this is going to work out. There will be a favourable outcome. But I feel as though you're slightly tangled in something, or you've ended up being drawn into something. In all honesty, I feel like you prefer not to have to do it. Okay? Truly, truly, you would prefer not to have to deal with this. It's almost like you're having to make some decisions, and I suspect they involve other people actually, and there's a sort of parental and child kind of scenario going on here as well. Yeah, so it could be, you might be the child, you might be the parent, but there's sort of a family energy here. But you're having to make choices and decisions, and I think these are difficult decisions because they actually relate to the well-being not just of you but of other people. Try to stand back, okay? Because I think the moment it all becomes a bit emotionally charged, it makes it much harder to see clearly. And yeah, there's a lot of anxiety around this for you beautiful Virgos. Now, positive thoughts create positive results. The prayer with this card says, "Divine love and wisdom, I call upon you now. I know that my mind and my emotions are eternally and continuously connected to you. I ask my higher self to be aware and conscious of the love and light that is within every person and every situation." I think you are feeling a bit swamped and overloaded by a situation that is happening around you. In some ways, in all honesty, I think it should, in principle, it's one of those scenarios which should be quite straightforward, but it isn't, because there's probably more than one person involved. If it was just down to you, beautiful Virgos, you'd probably be pretty clear about what to do and how to do it. You know, you have those magnificent kind of organizational skills. You're able to see the pathway through things. You can see solutions and how to get there. The problem here is, I don't think it's just about you. And I think it's sort of getting to you a little bit. You know, maybe one person thinks one thing, another person thinks another. But just take your time here. Archangel Michael, please help me stay strong and relaxed as I approach this situation. Remind me to detach and step back, allowing the situation to naturally unfold. Thank you for protecting me. We know there's a favourable outcome. This is lovely. I'm going to draw some charms for you. Beautiful, beautiful Virgos. Okay. Yeah, look, we have the symbol of peace, so that's lovely. And we have the tree of life. So I'm seeing this is a big decision that's having to be made, and I do think it involves quite a few people. We have the feather, which is telling me that, you know, there will be help and there will be support. You are being protected. Now we have the Tudor rose. This tells me that there really is conflict around you. Whenever this rose shows up, there's conflict, there's difficulty. You're trying to follow kind of like your own North Star. You're trying to take this in the direction that you think it ought to go in. It's a big choice, a big decision. And I think, you know, I think part of the problem is there's more than one kind of person involved, but we are seeing a peaceful outcome. There will be guidance. The right solution will come at the right time. Just take your time. You're being advised, and this is the biggest message for you, beautiful Virgo, for this moon phase, which we know is going to have some intense moments. Step back. Stand back. We have this here. Detach from the situation. Detach and step back. It's being said twice here. Detach and step back and allow the situation to unfold naturally. Beautiful Virgos, you're ever so good at organising. But this is a situation, in all honesty, and the message is loud and clear for you. It would be better if you step back and let it unfold, and the outcome will naturally appear. There's going to be a favourable outcome, and it will come. You're better off stepping away and just holding your positive thoughts than trying to make something happen. Okay, that's the energy and the message of your reading. It could not be clearer, beautiful Virgos. So my lovely Virgos, I think what we'll do in the extended readings is we will make some inquiries about how this is going to unfold. I always think it's quite helpful in an extended reading if we can get more information. We can feel a lot more anchored about stepping back if we've got some kind of a feel as to where this is going, how it's going to evolve, what the outcome might even look like. So I think that's where we'll go with the extended reading. Beautiful souls, your message could not be clearer. You're welcome to join me for the extended readings. They are on a different platform. They're on Patreon. Patreon works on the basis of donations. You can give as little or as much as you wish. I do tutorials over there as well. For all of you on Patreon, I will see you over there for the extended reading. Thank you for being there. And beautiful Virgos, just, yes, step away. The message could not be clearer for you. And for those of you that feel you'd like a bit more information, you are so welcome to join us on Patreon for the extended reading. Tons and tons of love to you. Hey, my beautiful Libras, let's check out a couple of runes for you and then do you an angel reading. So we have the rune of defense and the rune of breakthrough. This rune has come out tons actually in these readings. How interesting. Now we're going to draw from the Archangel Michael pack. We're effectively doing an Archangel Michael reading to get a message for you for this moon month. May we have a message for lovely Libra. What is it that lovely Libra need to know? We have 3 cards there. I think that's right. Yes. May we have more cards for our lovely Libra. And one more, please. And there it is. Okay. So your first card, admit the truth and act accordingly. Okay, the prayer. I appreciate your support in helping me face my feelings with grace and acceptance so I can be lovingly honest with myself and others. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for giving me courage and strength. Okay, my beautiful Libras, what is this about for you? Okay, so we have energy healing work. Focus upon divine and perfect health. Explore your options. You created this situation and you have the power to change it. Okay, sense of humour. Right, my lovely Libras, what I need to say to you, my darlings, is right. There's something going on around you that is feeling a bit restricting. Maybe somebody has, I don't know, I could say someone stepped over your boundaries, but I think, my beautiful Libra, that you may also, in your absolute lovely Libra-ness, have allowed them to step over your boundaries. Do you know, I mean, lovely Libras, you like to keep everything balanced and in harmony, and you're so kind and you're so super sweet and you're so giving, but you give at the expense of yourself. And I know a few years ago when I first started doing these readings, you know, all my Libra friends, it was just before lockdown actually, and all my friends were, my Libra friends were really struggling with boundaries and having to learn to reinforce them. And I almost feel, lovely Libras, as if there's been a slight sliding back into an old Libra pattern of looking after everyone else at the expense of yourself. Admit the truth to yourself and act accordingly. This is time to look after your own energy and your own health. Explore your options, okay? I think there's more than one way of handling the situation you're in. Now, whatever that is for you, this is a generic reading, it's a general reading. But my beautiful Libras, whatever your unique circumstances, there's more than one way of dealing with this. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Never go out without them. Now, I actually think there's a need to really evaluate your part in this, because that's your source of empowerment. That's the point of power for you, my beautiful Libras. I think you've allowed somebody in and maybe they're a bit of a taker, or their boundaries aren't very good and they're spilling over, or they have greater expectations of you than really the time that you can give them. So this is a time for evaluation. This moon month, this is your biggest message, Libra. Your moon month is saying to you, or the angels are saying to you, or in fact Archangel Michael is saying to you, you know, step back and laugh about it. Don't give yourself a hard time, because that's another thing that you do, beautiful Libras. You give yourselves really, really hard times. When you feel like you've got it wrong or you're back there, don't do it. Just laugh about it. Have a good old laugh and think, oh man, not that old chestnut again. Here I am. You know, just have a giggle about it, and then sit down and explore your actions. But admit the truth to yourself. Don't just feel miffed that somebody stepped over your boundaries. Sit down and look at how you've got yourself into that situation. How did you welcome that person in? Look at your boundaries, beautiful Libra. We've got the breakthrough rune, so I'm seeing that light bulb moment where you know what to do to change it. Let's draw some charms for you as well. Your message is very clear, lovely Libra. Okay, so we have the flamingo. This is your first charm. Now the flamingo is very good at standing on one leg and balancing for long periods of time. Okay, that's cool. But do you know what, lovely Libras, you're very good at balancing everybody for everybody. Everybody for everybody. Well, that's kind of true, isn't it? Everything for everyone, but also everybody for everybody. You're very good at it. But what about you? Okay. Now we have the love on a shield, which I think is really interesting. We have the shield of love. We have the swans in love. We have the cherub pointing the arrow. This is about love. Now, this could be indicating that you're in some sort of a partnership with someone that you deeply care about, and that's why you've, in a way, allowed your boundaries to be stepped over. There could also be a sense of duty and obligation with this cross here as well. It may be there's a sense of duty, obligation. Don't confuse duty and obligation with love, my beautiful Libras, please. You know, it's easily done when you love someone and you care about them, but actually it becomes unhealthy love when you're hooked into something. There could be a little bit of that going on. Now it's time for you to sit down and explore your options. Dream about, stand back and laugh about it. Dream about the outcome you want. This is lizard energy, which is about dreaming about it. And think about your own North Star, your own compass, finding what's right for you. Your message is very, very clear, beautiful Libras. It really could not be clearer. So for this moon month, where there are some pockets of intense energy, there's also pockets of energy that are very clearly connected to moments of evaluation and choice and decision. And so my beautiful Libras, obviously do check out the, you know, the moon update as well in a moment. But my beautiful Libras, I actually would suggest that you do align yourself with the energy of the flow of energy, the lunar energy, the moon energy for this moon month. And ultimately, I think by the end of it, at some point, you're going to get that breakthrough moment, that clear light bulb moment of knowing how best to attend to this. Explore your options. There are ways of doing this. My beautiful, lovely Libras, I think what we'll do in the extended readings is that we will explore what some of those options are, and we will explore maybe if there are any deeper patterns in place that maybe have kind of drawn you back into this pattern of sort of looking after others over and above yourself. So I think that's what we'll do in the extended readings. We'll explore your options, see what we are offered, what we're shown, find out a little bit more for you. Lovely Libras, you're very welcome to join me for those extended readings on Patreon if you wish. It's a very different site. It works on donations, and so there are no adverts, and you can give as little or as much as you wish. The extended readings, I'll make sure they are uploaded ready for you if you wish to move over and check those out. But I think that's where we're going to go. And Super Souls, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're already a part of our community on Patreon, thank you so much for being there, and I look forward to seeing you over there for the extended reading. Tons and tons of love, my beautiful Libras. Hey, my lovely Scorpios, let's draw some runes and Archangel Michael cards for your reading. So first of all, we have partnership, and we have the rune of strength. Okay, so this is an energy of partnership. It's like a one-on-one connection with somebody, with you. I always feel when we get the rune of strength, the universe has your back. So whatever is going on, my lovely Scorpios, the universe is kind of behind you, okay? Now, may we have information, please, for our lovely Scorpios for this coming moon month? What message is needed for beautiful Scorpios for this next moon month? May I ask for information for my lovely Scorpios, please? And one more card, please. There it is. Thank you very much indeed. Okay. We have let go of fear now. Okay, right, beautiful Scorpios. What is happening with you? Lean on God and the angels for support and a favourable outcome. Well, that is a super nice affirmation for you. So there's something connected to another person that you are worrying about. There's going to be a favourable outcome, so you don't need to worry about this so much. Now, the person you're asking about is trustworthy. Your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. Pay attention to your dreams. Right, okay. I actually think, my beautiful Scorpios, that I want to say that I think you're worrying unnecessarily. That is the message that's coming through really clearly. It's connected to some aspect of relationship. It could be a business partnership, a colleague, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be a partner, it could be a romantic interest, a potential partner. But whoever or whatever this is about, the universe is 100% behind you. The person you're asking about is actually trustworthy. You don't have to be fearful. There's some connection where you're really concerned that it's almost like you're not able to trust your gut feeling. You kind of think they're okay, but you're really not sure. You're kind of like, you quite like them to be okay, but you kind of think, yeah, but are they? You know, I've met people before, this might not be okay. This is a favourable outcome. This is almost one of those scenarios where I think your connection to someone has pressed a few buttons, as in like a few insecurities, and you're concerned that somebody won't be quite who they are, and you kind of think they are, but you kind of then think, oh, you know, I've met people before and they weren't who I thought they were, and it's spiraling you into some aspect of self-doubt. Have strength here, you know, believe in yourself. There's such an affirmation here. Let go of fear. The person you are asking about is trustworthy. Your inner guidance is real, you know, so that feeling that it's okay is really fine. And if you have a wobble, lean on God and the angels for support. You know, we're told this time and again that the angels cannot support us unless we ask them. So my beautiful Scorpios, ask. There's a lovely prayer here on this card. Dear God and angels, I give you this, and you briefly describe the situation. I give you this now and completely. I step out of the way and I allow divine miracles to shine through everyone and everything involved. It's a beautiful card. I really do feel it's like saying, look, this reading is sort of saying, my beautiful Scorpios, get out of your own way and let this just happen. Because if you don't go there, you're not going to find out. Pay attention to your dreams. Invite Archangel Michael into your dreams. Ask to be shown signs, signals, synchronicities to help you on your way, to give you the confidence you need to trust that this person is okay. Now, let's draw some charms to see what else we are showing for our lovely Scorpios. Okay, we have the Eiffel Tower, first of all. Dream big, my beautifuls. Dream big. Okay, it's very interesting. The Eiffel Tower was never built as a permanent structure. It's still there, you know, all these years later, but it was built as like an exhibition piece. It was never built to be there permanently. I think you're really worried that, certainly for some of you anyway, if this is to do with intimacy, but I think you're worried about the longevity of this. Is this person, not only are they trustworthy, but, you know, are they kind of in it for the long run? Are they going to be in it for the long haul? I think previously, we've got the Tudor Rose here. I think previously you've had relationships or a connection. So whether this is work or whether it is personal or friendship, whatever it is, intimate, love, I think you've had experiences of people where there was a lot of conflict, a lot of what I would call maneuvering of guilt and obligation, the cross here, of almost people expecting kind of, well, yeah, guilt, obligation, manipulation, I would even venture to say, people not being completely honest and upfront with you. And I think it's left its mark. But, you know, you're worried about, you know, yeah, can you trust them? Are they who they say, or are they going to just be like a, I don't know, a something that, you know, shows up for an exhibition and it's taken down again then afterwards? You know, are they in it for the long haul? Can you really trust them? Your cards are saying yes. We have the love heart here. So I think this is potentially a very strong connection. Now the starfish is an interesting energy to have. Very, very interesting. Because with the little feather as well, I do feel that you could be quite bowled over by this person, okay? I think you could be quite starstruck by them, okay? I think that's what the starfish is telling us. I don't think you expected to feel as strongly as you do that you actually want this to happen, whether it is friendship or otherwise, whatever it may be. I don't think you expected to feel that strength of connection, that strength of desire, yeah, whether it's working with them, loving them, knowing them, whatever it is. You didn't expect that strength of connection so quickly, but you are being shown that your inner guidance, those deep feelings, are actually real and trustworthy. And yes, you have been let down before, but this is one of those scenarios where you've kind of got to go with it and see, quite honestly. Pay attention to your dreams and ask for help. And I believe you will be shown signs and synchronicities that will be of immense value to you, my beautiful Scorpios. So what I think we'll do, my lovelies, in your extended readings is that we will explore the nature of this connection and this relationship. We'll ask for a little bit more information. We'll ask whether we can see whether this is how this might be emerging and going forwards. I can see that you'd quite like it to happen. And we're being told they're trustworthy, that's for sure. But maybe we need to explore this arena and find out whether there's genuine potential. I mean, everything here is saying go for it, because, you know, if you don't, how are you going to find out? But let's just, perhaps in your extended reading, take that further and see whether we can discover whether or not, what kind of potential collaboration, relationship, connection is likely to emerge for my beautiful Scorpios. So super souls, you are welcome to join me for those extended readings. If you're already a part of the Patreon community, I will see you over there, no doubt, really soon. If you're here on YouTube, I'll make sure the extended readings are posted so you can zap straight over if you wish to. It's a site that works on donations, so there are no adverts, but you can donate as little or as much as you want. So if that is appealing to you and you think it would be helpful, do check out those extended readings. Beautiful souls, thank you so much. And my beautiful Scorpios, I wish you a very interesting and eventful, if emotionally intense, exciting kind of month, I think. Tons of love to you. Hey beautiful Saggies, let's have a little look at a message that is especially for you for this moon month. So we have 2 extra runes first, and then we're going to draw from the Archangel Michael pack. So we have the rune of constraint, and then we have the rune of gateway. How interesting. This would suggest you're going to be evaluating something, potentially something very important. And potentially as well, I would venture to say, reaching a conclusion. Okay, let's see what we are shown for our beautiful Saggies. Could we have a message for the coming moon month, please? May we have a message for the coming moon month for our lovely Saggies. Okay, let's have a look at our Archangel Michael cards. So, we have decide to be happy now. Okay. Then we have, you created this situation and you have the power to change it. Okay. Lean on God and the angels for support. This is very interesting with the rune of Nathis. This is the rune of constraints. Now this does suggest patience is needed in something, but it also suggests that you're feeling potentially there's something that's feeling restricting around you. Now you are guarded and protected. Okay, this is lovely. Go forward fearlessly. And then we have eternal love. Okay, that's beautiful. My beautiful Saggies, this is very interesting. Now we know the energy is potentially quite intense during this moon month. If we look at the way these cards are sitting, you have created this situation and you have the power to change it. Go forward fearlessly. So this is suggesting that you will reach a decision about something. What I'm seeing is there's going to be some evaluating needed in order to come to the right decision. I feel as if it's weighing, I say weighing heavy, restriction is the word. You know, the rune of constraint, Nathis, it sort of says, it says when fishermen can't go to sea, they mend their nets. Okay, so something is either not happening, not moving forwards, but it's not just that something isn't moving forwards. It's not like it's stuck. It is literally as if there is something in the way, like a restriction of some sort. It would be like, let's say you were that fisherman. It would be the equivalent of, I don't know, the fisherman has a lovely boat and they're all set to go and the weather is good. And then, I don't know, maybe there's a fuel strike and they can't get fuel for the boat. So all the conditions appear to be good, but there's something that stops them, something that is restricting their capacity to go and do what they intended to do. That's the flavour for you, Saggies. And to be fair, Saggies, you like your freedom. You know, it's a very big Sagittarius quality, that sense of freedom, that ability to be able to, freedom is just the right word. I feel there's something that's causing a restriction for you. Interestingly enough, you have created this situation and you have the power to change it. Clearly, I think this is a situation that's evolved, and, you know, for the very best of reasons, I think you've been involved in it, you know, so it's not exactly like the petrol where you suddenly can't get it because of some global crisis. It's more, I don't know, maybe you've only agreed to buy your fuel from one place and that one place is not able to access it. There's something going on here that's a little bit personal to you. Okay, now your reading is giving us really, really good information, because it's actually saying to you, you can fix this and you can move forwards. It's like giving you permission to go ahead. Lean on God and the angels for support. Now the prayer with this card says, Dear God and angels, I give you this, and you briefly describe the situation. I give it to you now and completely, and I step out of the way and allow divine miracles to shine through everyone and everything involved. It's funny, this has come up in a couple of readings actually today, where effectively it's the message is coming through really clearly. Look, you can ask your angels for support, but you have conscious free will and choice, and they can't assist you unless you ask them. So really, really important. Ask for support. Ask for a miracle. That's perfectly okay. And also there's something about this element of restriction. Decide to be happy now. Thank you for helping me to open my heart to happiness, joy and bliss. I am now willing to see all the goodness in life. Now the Rune of Gateway also invites you to do this. I think with the Decide to be happy now card, what we're being shown here, beautiful Saggies, is that sort of attitude of gratitude. You know, sometimes if there's a restriction around us, we can sort of lose sight of the good stuff. It is that, you know, when fishermen can't go to sea, they mend their nets. So even though the conditions appear to be perfect, you can't proceed in the way that you're wanting to. There's something that you need to look at and come to a decision about. There's a bit of anxiety about doing it. I think you're concerned about the outcome. But actually, if you're going to not be able to do something, then attend to what you need to do with grace and gratitude. We have the card of grace. It's sat with the Rune of Hagalaz here. And this is really letting us know that the attitude of gratitude will help energetically to shift everything. It will help to move it forwards, along with asking for support and help, because an attitude of gratitude really raises your vibration. It's one of the highest vibrational states that we can be in, and it draws really good stuff to you. If we are in a frustrated place and that's all we're feeling, then we're not helping energetically, as it were. It's really important to raise your vibration. And if you're going to have to mend your nets, then mend them and be joyous about mending them, and think, oh, do you know what? Okay, I planned to do this or that or the other. I've now got to do this, but I'll do this and I will be grateful for the fact that I'm doing it, and it will be beneficial later. So it's shifting your attitude and your mindset so that energetically the angels can actually support you, and your vibration is in tune with everything that you want to attract to you in terms of beneficial outcomes. I am seeing through this rather intense month an outcome to this. There will be a gateway. There will be information that you need to see in order to make some sort of choice. I think you will work out what to do. It feels as if this is a month where there is some working out to be done. Okay, you're being given very clear tools here, and also, you know, eternal love. You really are, you're guarded, you're protected, you are loved. I sort of want to say, don't let this situation get you down. I have a sense of that restriction around you. Don't let the feeling of restriction get you down. Rather than letting it get you down, shift your perspective, shift your attitude, beautiful Saggies. Hold that beautiful, gorgeous Saggy optimism and that high vibration in whatever you are doing. And I actually think the answer will come to you, because we do have the Rune of Gateway. Let's throw some charms for you as well. Ooh, loads coming out for you. Okay, so we've got a ton of love going on here. Okay, we have love here, we have another heart, We have another charm of love. Okay, so there's lots of love in your life. Get centered in love. Surround yourself. You are surrounded by love, actually. You are surrounded, you are protected. This really is a very good reminder here. Now, let's put those here. So we have lots and lots of love. Don't forget how loved you are. You are loved, you are supported, you are protected. Now I'm seeing this little charm in reverse. It flipped out in reverse. This is the Tudor Rose. This suggests a conflict in your world. And with the dolphin also in reverse, I'm going to say, make sure you don't let that, again, that restriction, that conflict overload you. Take time out to breathe. Yes, you may be doing some deep diving to find some answers, but take time out to breathe. Take time out to be happy. This is one of those times when, and I'm really understanding this rune, another message from this rune, what it's actually saying is, look, even if there are restrictions around you, make sure you don't just dive into the restrictions and all you actually then do is mend your nets. You know, there are other things to be done as well. Take time out, go and relax. If something isn't moving forwards, or you can't, using that same analogy, you can't go out and go fishing, then actually don't just sit at home mending your nets. You know, go out and have some fun as well. Breathe, take time to have some fun. We have the parasol here. You know, take shelter from the sun, take a stroll. We have the treble clef. Again, this is really important because this is reinforcing the essence of your vibration. The butterfly of transformation is helpful for us, and also the crown. I'm seeing that you will get to the point where you can actually, you will get to the point where you do make some choices and decisions, and you will move this forwards, okay? But I want to say, I actually want to say, it's a really clear message. This isn't your cross to bear. It's coming through really clearly. This isn't your cross to bear. I feel like the restriction is to do with maybe a sense of obligation, or feeling as if you have to comply or conform to something. And Sagittarius, your sense of freedom doesn't fit well. You're not good at being boxed in. It doesn't mean that, you know, your lovely optimism and abundant generosity is just amazing. You're not good at being boxed in. You need to be a free spirit in order to give generously. So I think yes, this isn't your cross to bear. You're taking on something that isn't necessarily yours to really carry. Okay, so I'm seeing transformation. And I'm pretty certain this butterfly, yes it does, on the back, can you see here, it actually says created for you. So I think there will be a solution created for you. You know, you're going to come out on top. We've got the crown. You're going to kind of receive the accolade or the acknowledgement or the validation at the end of the day. But yeah, it's not your cross to bear. So it may be that you are having to be generous with your time, supportive with your time, and give a little bit more than you would have wanted to, my beautiful souls. But you will find your way through this, you know, and yeah, the attitude of gratitude, keeping your vibration high, this is what's going to enable the situation to be transformed, and you're definitely going to be validated for this additional time and energy that you're putting in. And I think you will truly find the right solution, a decision. You'll be passing through a gateway by the end of this this moon phase. It may be sooner. I think what we'll do in the extended readings is that we'll actually ask about the kind of timings around this gateway. We'll ask more about the gateway itself. You're very welcome, beautiful souls, to join me on for the extended reading, but I think we're going to make inquiries about how to remain on an even keel. If there's any additional information you really that would benefit you in this situation, so you know how best to go forwards, if there's any information. And yeah, just that's the kind of theme, I think. And what's this gateway about? When is it happening? Timings, because this looks to be an interesting month with quite intense pockets, but also pockets of time where decisions can be made. So well worth checking out the moon update at the end of this video, beautiful souls, because there could be some really, really helpful information in terms of timings there for you as well. But I think that's what we'll do in the extended readings. You're welcome to join me. My extended readings are on Patreon. It is a different site. It works on the basis of donations. There are no adverts. You're welcome to join me over there. You can give as little or as much as you wish to join that community. Beautiful Saggies, I am wishing you an amazing and transformational moon month. Hey, my beautiful Capricorns, we'll draw some runes and do an Archangel Michael reading for you. So we have the energy of constraint and the rune of Berkana growth. How interesting. Okay, now this requires patience. I feel like maybe you guys are at the beginning of something, like a kind of like a new phase in life in a way. And there may be a sense of kind of frustration at it not quite emerging at this point in time. May we have information, please, for our lovely Capricorns? May we have information, please, and a message for Capricorn for this moon month? Let's see this one too. Okay, what do we have here? Right. Your inner guidance is real and trustworthy. Okay, we have eternal love. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. Guarded and protected. Focus upon divine and perfect health and make a commitment. Okay. Right. I actually feel, my beautiful Capricorns, that you are actually holding yourself back at the moment. Whatever the circumstances in your actual, the uniqueness of your own world. I actually think you're holding yourself back. There's the potential for something around you. You're in a new phase of life. You're approaching a new phase of life. And I think that there are opportunities around you, but you're reticent about taking them. Now, I'm not saying that every door is open for you. We have the rune of constraint, so that would suggest that there is a sense of restriction, almost as if there are things you have to attend to before you can actually move forwards. For some of you, the stuff you've got to attend to is internal. And for some of you, it's some past stuff. You've got to cross the T's, dot the I's. There's still some things that need to be fixed, that let go of, not let go of as such, but processed, come to a completion. It's a bit like sort of house moving. There's a lot to do. You don't just sort of magically move from one place to another. You have to pack, and then when you get there, you've got to unpack. There's like a process to go through. And whether there's an internal process going on for you or some external real stuff, I think you're still feeling a bit held back. Your message is very, very clear that, and I voice this because this is quite an intense moon month. There are going to be quite strong, powerful energies coming in with specific points of focus as well, where we can really use that energy, that intensity, to find a clear way forwards. You're being asked, beautiful Capricorns, to be very clear in your thinking in terms of what you actually want the outcome to be. And sort of make a commitment to that outcome. Make a decision. Be clear about it. And not in a sort of a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's, right, I'm going to word this slightly differently for you, but I feel like I've got 3 distinct stages of the moon month. We've got these cards where you're sort of attending to stuff that's still around you. Then we've got this sort of center point where I feel like you get to take a breather. And then we get this sort of, moving forwards, looking ahead, Berkana, that new phase, making a commitment to a new phase of growth. This feels like it's loaded with potential. I feel like you're potentially going to start something new, but you've got to cross the T's, dot the I's first. There's a bit of stuff to sort out before you get there. And what I do want to say in this moon month, beautiful Capricorns, is cut yourself some slack as well. Don't be so full on that you don't take time out as well. You know, look after yourself within this process. I'm going to draw you some charms and see what those are showing us as well. Okay, so we've got the leaf here. We have the cat. Luck is on your side, okay? So I feel like you're going to start the month maybe not feeling very lucky, not feeling like things are working, wondering if something's going to work out or not. There's a lot of contemplation going on with the mermaid. I always think this mermaid figure is quite wistful. So there's a lot of sort of what I would call almost unformulated desire around you, beautiful Capricorn, but luck is with you. Allow yourself to get centered in your desires, and rather than feeling like they won't work out because something didn't in the past, as you center yourself in that wistfulness, that's going to help you to formulate with clarity what you want to go, where you want to go rather, and what you want to bring forth in the future. It's simply giving you information. That's what the owl is telling us here. And also, not only is it giving you information, but this month I think is going to give you an opportunity to create a kind of anchor point for your desires and your dreams. I think there's been quite a lot of stuff going on that's felt uncertain and unpredictable and changeable. You may have invested, I think, in something, Capricorn, that didn't quite work out. But now you're in that space this month of, this is the turning point, the shift from, gosh, I'm so sorry that didn't work out, to, let's look ahead and decide what I really want. It's that point of turn. And there is a new phase coming here. You're really being invited to use the energy of this moon month to embrace that transition and embrace that shift and anchor your dreams, goals and desires sort of in a space of possibility. It's like moving from a place of impossibility, because something kind of had to wrap up, to moving to a place of possibility. So my beautiful Capricorns, I think what we'll do in the extended readings is that we will, I think we'll kind of ask for more information and guidance maybe about this, how to use the energy as a transformational tool, and also a little sneaky peek into the future in terms of what this new space of growth is going to involve. Where is this taking you? Where is it leading you? Okay, so that's going to be our focus, I think, in the extended readings for my beautiful Capricorns. Beautiful souls, you're very welcome to join me for those if you wish. They are on Patreon, which is a different platform. I'll put the link in the information box and the comments as well. It works on the basis of donations. You can give as little or as much as you wish. Beautiful Capricorn, your message is really, really clear. This is a transformational moon month. It really is. Excuse me. There's real opportunity for you to move from a space where you've been processing something that didn't work out to a space where you really are, reminds me of, there's an Emily Dickinson quote, and she says, "I dwell in possibility." I love that quote. It's like moving from a space of, oh, that didn't work out, to, oh, the world's my oyster. And that's the shift that's coming for you, beautiful Capricorns. Tons and tons and tons of love, and I look forward to seeing you again for future readings, or indeed for the extended readings if you're on Patreon. Tons of love, beautiful Capricorns. Hey, beautiful Aquarius, welcome to your reading. So we're going to do an Archangel Michael reading for you to ask for a specific message for this moon month. And first of all, we're going to draw some runes. Okay, we have the rune of initiation and the rune of flow. This This is interesting because this is a rite of passage. It's a process, an entry point, like a birth almost. And with the rune of flow, something is going to be moving forwards for you, beautiful Aquariuses. What message may we receive, please, for my lovely Aquarians for the coming moon month, please? May we have information for the coming moon month? Okay, let's have a little look at what we have here. So, Archangel Michael says you are on the right path. Brilliant. Okay. The prayer that comes with this card, Archangel Michael, I call upon you now. Thank you for giving me loud and clear guidance that I can easily understand. Thank you for motivating me and filling me with the courage and confidence to make healthful life changes. Okay, something is transformational. The person you are asking about is trustworthy. Eternal love. Wow. Okay, beautiful souls. Keep your eyes on your targeted intention. A favourable outcome, positive thoughts, create positive results. Well, lovely Aquariuses, this looks to be a good month for you. Now, it is quite intense, as I've already voiced in the moon intro here on YouTube, but I think for you guys, the intensity is really, really, really positive. I do think if you think about a birth, you know, birth is an amazing point of celebration, isn't it? You know, a new arrival, it's just magical. However, it is an intense experience. You know, being born is an intense experience. We have to go through a process to land, to arrive, and that's pretty big, actually. So I sort of feel this is, I think there is something that's shifting almost like to the next level. So either something brand new is starting in your life or you are taking it through to the next level. But we have a favourable outcome. And really the only advice you're being given is to keep your eyes really focused on actually what you actually want, which is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Yeah, this is so positive, my lovely Aquarians. It really, really is. What I will say, my beautiful Aquarians, is if this is not about a relationship, because this is a general reading, then it will be about something you love. It's something that you really want to move forwards here. And it does, however, involve somebody else. I think if it's a work connection or a friendship. And if you are also trying to process something and you've been wondering whether it's going to kind of work out, you're taking the lead. That's what I'm seeing here, lovely Aquarius. You are very much leading the pathway here. This is about what you want. You're leading the way, you're setting the pace. Other people are with you, following you, wanting to be with you, connecting with you, but you're leading the way. I would actually say, you know, if you're looking for someone to work with and you're questioning, is this the right person? Then absolutely they are. Let's draw some charms for you. Your message is really clear, Aquarius, and it couldn't be more positive, which is just delightful. Because it is going to be an intense moon month. I think with you guys, I feel like the intensity is a bit like this card here. It's like the energy is just going to stream you forwards. You might find it a bit fast-paced, but to be honest with you, I think you're going to enjoy it. I really, really do. Okay, may we have charms, please, for Aquarius. Okay, so we have the candy cane. I always feel that this is kind of like a Christmas tree decoration. It's like Christmas has just arrived early for you guys this month. This is beautiful. Christmas has arrived early. Whatever you are moving forwards, you're going to love it. Now, with the Eye of Horus and the dolphin, this is a vision that you've had. It's something you have wanted to bring about. it's like, this is like, for me, I think, beautiful Aquarians, this is one of those months when things fall into place. It's like the doorway's just open for you. I think it's going to be fast paced though. You know, the dolphins have to come up for air. They're also amazing communicators. And with this eye, if any of you are launching anything this month, anything on social media, some idea you've had, some vision you've had, you're going to get the support, the backup. It's going to take off. You're going to see it move forwards, a favourable outcome. I think the month for you, beautiful Aquarius, is going to be fast paced. I think it's going to be happening. It's going to feel like Christmas came early. You know, like Christmas is such a gorgeous time for most of us, but it's really, really busy because it's like there's so much planning and organising and extra stuff to do alongside normal life as well. And so I feel it's got that pace about it for you. I actually think you're going to love it. This is going to be really favourable for you. I do feel if you are a bit of a visionary or you've had an idea, I think it will suddenly take off. You know, literally fasten your seatbelt, you're in for the ride. But I also do think you're going to love it. Now, my beautiful Aquariuses, I think what we will do in your extended reading is we're going to inquire about what is going to be taking off. Maybe draw some cards for relationships, for those of you for whom that may be relevant. Maybe draw some cards for business or an idea or a project that you're working on that I think is going to take off. So we'll ask for more details and delve into those kind of areas in your extended reading. Beautiful souls, you are welcome to join me. My extended readings are on Patreon. Patreon is a different site. It works on the basis of donations, and you can donate as little or as much as you wish. But my beautiful Aquariuses, I think for you, this moon month of significant intensity, to be honest, is actually unbelievably favourable. This is probably the most favourable sign. I mean, they haven't all in any way been negative, the readings, but there's just a lot of stuff going on. It's fast paced, it's happening. But for you guys, I mean, wow, this looks awesome. Beautiful Aquariuses, tons of love, and I look forward to doing more readings for you and seeing some of you over on Patreon. And for those of you who are already over there, I'll see you in just a moment. I'll make sure these readings are already posted, so if you're watching it and you want to go over, you can click on that and get to those extended readings straight away. Tons and tons of love to you. Hey, beautiful Pisces, welcome to your angel reading. We're actually going to do an Archangel Michael reading for you. And first of all, I'm going to draw some more runes. Okay, so your runes are the rune of the self and the rune of movement. Now, this rune implies the bettering of any situation, and the rune of the self is suggesting that something that's going on immediately around you is going to improve, move forwards, gather momentum. Now, given that we do have quite an interesting, to put it mildly, we have an interesting and possibly quite eventful moon month coming up with quite a bit of intense energy, intense pockets of energy. Interestingly enough, what's really been coming through in all of the readings is a sense of focus coming from that intensity, and therefore the opportunity, if we're using the energy well, to focus our attention to move things forwards that we really want to move forwards, things that are important to us. Let's draw cards for our beautiful, beautiful Pisces and see what we are shown. I'm going to take all three, and one more please. Yes, there we are. What are we shown for our beautiful Pisces for this coming moon month? Detach from the situation. This is interesting. Something is the rune of the self and the rune of movement. This is the bettering of any situation, but your message is clearly you have detached from the situation, then you have sense of humour and a favourable outcome. Okay. Do you know, these three cards alone are really telling me that there's something going on that actually does need to move forwards. It's probably bugging you, pressing your buttons. For me, it feels like it's a periphery annoyance, but it might intrude and get in the way in a bigger way, in a kind of with a greater impact than it ought to. That's what I'm feeling is coming through for you. Explore your options. Your children are watched over by angels, and positive thoughts create positive results. Okay, lovely Pisces, I've got a really clear message coming through for you. I am going to draw charms for you as well, but it is a really clear message. I feel that there is going to be something that shows up in your world that feels like, I don't know, like it's somebody else's drama. That's what I want to say. I'm feeling like I've almost got two readings here. There's something that's actually quite big going on in your world that really does need your focus and your energy. You know, something that's really important to you. It could be a family issue. It could connect to, if you have children, it could connect to one of your children. If it is, if you are the child and there's a parent, there's something around immediate family here. And when I say family, I mean, it could be your blood family. It could also be your work family, your friend's family. There's something going on around you that actually does really require your full focus, your positive energy. But I also think there's some periphery stuff going on. And the periphery stuff, I think, is a little bit intrusive. And it feels like, you know, when you've got something that's really important happening, and then someone comes along and it's what we in our family call a hashtag first world problem, where you can make it into a big drama and it's actually really inconsequential. It doesn't matter. You know, in our household, we kind of laugh about it. I love it. My children will send me a text and say, hashtag first world problem. I can't decide whether to take the bus because it's cheaper, but it's going to take so much longer, or shall I get the train? And we laugh about it, sense of humour. But the point is, we kind of know that it is a hashtag first world problem. It's no biggie. So actually we just have a good old bit of banter and a joke about it. But sometimes people respond to those things for all sorts of reasons. You know, we're not here to judge. If you've got stuff going on in your world and you're feeling particularly vulnerable, actually something that in a way feels like, you know, perhaps for me and my family, a hashtag first world problem can feel like a major thing. But I do feel there's something going on around you in the periphery that's kind of wanting your attention, but you've actually got a bigger fish to fry. And I feel as if whereas you might normally be, I won't say tolerant of it, really, as I've just said, who are we to judge? Normally, I think, beautiful Pisces, you take it in your stride, you be, you know, whatever. Of course, I'll be supportive. You know, let's have a chat about, you know, this is a metaphor I'm saying, but whether to take the bus or the train, but, you know, hypothetically. But actually, because there's a bigger fish to fry, there's something that is concerning you. It's causing you, in a way, to feel like, do you know what? This isn't something I want to buy into. You know, this is not that important. When you've got big stuff going on, the other stuff seems less important, even though the reality is, for those people, it could be a very big deal. And if they are very vulnerable, I mean, my goodness me, if that's the first journey they've taken after struggling with something like agoraphobia, it's a biggie. It's a huge deal. It's not a hashtag first world problem at all. But do you see where I'm going with this, beautiful Pisces? I feel like there's something that does require your attention. We do have a favourable outcome being shown, but there's something that requires your attention. It will move forwards, and we are seeing the bettering of any situation, so all of these. But I do feel there's something that's kind of almost like tugging on your sleeve, wanting your attention, someone, a circumstance, and in a way it will be harder for you to be tolerant of it because there's a bigger thing going on for you. And I think really the message really for you is an affirmation that everything, because this is the bettering of any situation, so the message really clearly for you is an affirmation that this is going to move on, and it will move forwards and it will get better. and also to kind of acknowledge this, because I think when we're aware of this, these kinds of dynamics, if, let's say, because we know in this moon month the energy is quite intense, very intense at times, when we're aware of those periods of intensity, and if you're watching this on Patreon rather than YouTube, you might want to make sure you do check out the actual full moon month video. And if you're here on YouTube with this this part of the reading, you know, I would suggest checking out the moon month bit, because when we have the heads up about those key dates, it really helps us to keep a check on our emotional responses, stops things from flaring up. Let's have a look at some charms for you, lovely Pisces. Okay, we've got one coming out first. This is the turtle. Beautiful. Okay, right. Now, the turtle is an energy of really of creation. It's new beginnings, it's creation. It's kind of like coming on to finding dry land. In the native traditions, the turtle was said to be the basis of North America, of land. You know, in the Great Flood, when everybody was out swimming in the ocean, and the turtle said, climb on my back, you know, and I'll support you and we'll create land for you. So this is about an opportunity to come out of the water, the emotionality of things, and stand on dry land, finding an anchor point, really. Now, we have the owl and we also have the sand dollar. I think with the owl, what we're being shown here is that you will actually see what's going on really, really clearly, even if the people involved on the periphery are not aware of the nature or the impact of it or the comparison of their circumstances. I think you'll see it very clearly. The sand dollar is interesting because the sand dollar is about strength, flexibility, choosing your own path, the freedom to make choices. You know, it also says we can heal ourselves. It has a lot of healing energy. And we then have the parasol. Now, a parasol, unlike an umbrella, which we use to keep off the rain, it keeps off the sunshine, keeps the heat off. I do feel that you may need, Pisces, during this moon month to be sure to take some time out from time to time, pockets of time when you can step away from the heat, because it is quite a potentially emotionally intense moon month. But the key here is to use the energy in a focused way. If you bring your energy back, if you can laugh about the stuff that isn't actually that important in the bigger picture, and then choose. I mean, this is very much about choosing your own path, the freedom to choose how you focus your energy. Because there is something bigger going on that connects to, yeah, it could be your blood family, your friend's family, but there's something bigger going on that you're needing to really keep in a really positive place. So remove yourself from the heat, take time out, literally. We're seeing so much movement forwards here, though, so I think you're going to see the bettering of any and every situation. The key for you guys, beautiful Pisces, and I think this is what your message is about, is firstly an affirmation to let you know that everything is going to move forwards favourably, and secondly to assist you in navigating the emotions that you may find surfacing during the moon month, and a real validation that you can target that intense emotional energy by focusing it on the positive results, because actually the intense energy of this lunar month will actually channel that energy for you. It will channel it where you want it. So this is a moon month for you, Pisces, to be very, very conscious in the way that you use your thinking patterns and the way that you use your emotions. I think what we'll do in the extended readings is we'll ask for a bit more information about this primary situation. I feel the periphery has been made very clear to us. It's actually not that big a deal, and the key is just to detach from it and not even let it it's like water off a duck's back, or, you know, sun off a parasol's back. I think we're going to focus in your extended reading on there's a bigger fish to fry. There's something that is concerning you here, where you're needing to explore your options, because I think there are things you can do. This will just feel like it's getting in the way. I think there are things you can do, and you're being advised to explore your options. So we're going to look at this lower set of cards here in the extended reading, explore what this perhaps is about. Okay, it's a generic general reading, so it could be about many different things in the uniqueness of your personal worlds, but we'll explore what your options actually are and seek advice and guidance around this, because this feels quite important. And with an affirmation like this, that's lovely, but I feel it might be helpful to have more information. Beautiful Pisces, you are very welcome to join me on Patreon, which is where I post my big extended readings. For those of you who are on Patreon already, I look forward to seeing you over there. I'll make sure that when this goes live on YouTube, the extended readings are already on Patreon. So if you're watching this, you can go straight to it if you wish. Patreon works on the basis of donations. You can donate as little or as much as you wish. Yeah, literally, just click on the link. I'll put it in the information box and the pinned comment as well. If you're interested, you're very, very welcome to join us over there. And otherwise, beautiful Pisces, I wish you an amazing moon month. Truly, the light is being held for you, and everything that's going on is going to get better. Beautiful Pisces, tons and tons of love to you. So let's now look at the incoming ebb and flow of the lunar energy for every single phase, with details of, I guess, when it's intense, when it's less intense. Now, this moon month begins with the new moon, and the new moon takes place on May the 19th or 20th, depending on where you are on our beautiful planet. And this is a new moon in Taurus. Now, the dynamics here don't just support the new, it is literally as if the lunar energy is sort of almost demanding. It's not just calling, it's demanding rebirth and transformation. So I sort of feel we want to get to it really, and we want to harness this incredible energy to really enhance our wishes, our intentions, and our manifestations in a very conscious way. Now, this is an amazing new moon to let go of any insecurities or unhelpful habits that have previously held you back, and to commit fully to a very proactive approach, and one that takes you out of your safe zone and into your stretch zone. Remember the energy of the cards that we spoke about, and the runes, where we can see that there is an intensity to the flow of energy. So stepping out of your safe zone may feel a little bit intense, but my goodness me, this is going to enhance your confidence and help you to move your life forwards slowly and steadily. I'll bring up the timings for you so that you can see exactly where these timings are for you of the new moon in your own location. And we always set wishes and intentions. This is associated with a new moon. We always set them from the exact timing of the new moon and for the 8 hours afterwards. That's when the energy is at its most fertile. That's a good way of saying it. The moon then moves into her waxing crescent phase. This is when she's moving from the new to the first quarter, and she'll pass through Gemini, Cancer, and into Leo. Now, sometimes the waxing crescent moon phase, as the moon starts to move forwards, can bring a gentle, steady forward motion, but not this time. This is really, really strong from the get-go, and it really increases in acceleration. This is one of these periods when the energy is very intense. The overall astrodynamics have a really distinctly karmic flavour as well. So be very aware of potential openings during this time, signs, synchronicities. If something goes wrong, just recognise you're being prodded in a certain direction with purpose, particularly around the 22nd. And as the moon journeys through what I would say very emotional Cancer and into Leo, again, we're seeing very significant, intense dynamics, all of which actually do support action and forward motion, but could be feeling, as we've said already, very, very intense. And we also have in this period several void of course phases. The void, of course, is when the moon is in between two particular zodiac signs, and there's like a space in between. This can feel very liberating where the energy is free flowing, but if you're going through a challenging time, we can feel a bit unanchored. So really worthy of noting. So May the 21st to May the 22nd, when the moon moves from Gemini into Cancer, there is a 5-hour void of course period. Again, on May the 24th, between 9:11 in the morning and 14:35 p.m, 2:35 p.m. GMT in the afternoon, the moon is moving from Cancer into Leo. Again, a 5-hour void of course period. And again, between the 26th and the 27th, now this is phenomenal. The first quarter moon is actually on the 27th, but this is a 21-hour, I mean, seriously, 21-hour void of course period when the moon moves from Leo into Virgo. So very, very, very powerful time because the lunar energy is free flowing and we're coming through an intense waxing crescent moon phase, moving to the first quarter. Now, the first quarter moon is naturally a time of review and evaluation, and the lunar influence of this particular quarter moon is very primed to assist us in building new structures and solid foundations for our future manifestations, but it is quite intense. This is actually a great day to make lists, to plan ahead, and to focus on the steps that you can take right here and right now. So if the overall kind of rapid flow of energy has been pushing you forwards, this is a really perfect time to do a check-in. Cross the T's, dot the I's, and ensure that even though the energy is very fast moving and it's very intense, you're actually using this intensity to pay attention to the details so we can really use this energy to our advantage. The moon then moves into her waxing gibbous phase from May the 28th through to June the 2nd. She will pass through Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, and into Sagittarius. The start of this moon phase, there's quite an emphasis energetically on communication and collaboration to assist productivity. We then begin to see a sort of a shift in the energy on the 29th as the moon starts to build in intensity towards the coming full moon. Now, if you find that you are somebody who struggles with self-doubt, rather than wobble in this energy, the lunar influence is actually inviting you to reach out for help and talk about it. As we move into June, the overall dynamics again really start to intensify. We're back to this intense energy. And the moon really lends herself in support of creating change, but also helping you to find your way through insight with awareness, trying to find the balance in things. And then just before the full moon, we actually see a really significant shift in this intensity where we move into a space that highlights optimism and renewed hope. So it seems to me that we're going through, from the new moon right up to the full moon, an intense period with lots of dynamic energy going on. There's quite a few void of course spaces in this phase as well, but it's really interesting. I think it can be very productive and very fruitful. The key here is to kind of be listening rather than being shunted by the energy. Listen to what it's telling you. Okay. The void of course periods during this moon phase are on May the 29th, when the moon is moving from Virgo to Libra. We have a 6-hour void of course period. And then again on May the 31st, as the moon moves from Libra into Scorpio, we have an 8.5-hour period. And then literally as the energy shifts in the lunar flow and we move into this space of optimism, of renewed hope, we have another void of course period when the moon is moving between Scorpio and Sagittarius, and this is 4 hours. We then get to a stunning full moon in Sagittarius, depending on where you are in the world. This will be on June the 3rd or June the 4th. And I'll bring up the timings actually for you so you can see where that sits for you. Now, this beautiful full moon in Sagittarius really does continue the flavour of optimism. It brings dynamics that are particularly supportive of opportunity, of renewed faith, renewed trust, with openings that suggest justice, healing, resolution. So a beautiful, beautiful energy, really. Now, the full moon is often quite intense in itself, but this is a moon that promises to highlight, I would say, the connection between your thoughts and your words and your external reality. So really helpful in manifestation. And it brings ample energy not only to observe these connections, but also to make conscious changes to any internal blocks of negativity that could be hindering you in your ongoing manifestations. So truly lean into this energy with passion. And, you know, this is one of those moments when the tide promises to carry you in exactly the right direction. So literally, you know, with karmic precision actually. So go with the flow on this full moon. Allow yourself to be shown exactly what you need to see and potentially take action accordingly. The moon then moves into her disseminating or waning gibbous phase, and this runs from June the 5th to the 9th, passing through Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius and into Pisces. The overall astrodynamics here are actually very, very focused on transformation, rebirth and emergence. And again, there's some intensity here. During this phase, the lunar flow feels pretty fast-paced with some significant surges of energy, almost as if progress is happening, and it's going to be pretty hard to slow anything down or put the brakes on to pause and take stock. So we also have 3 void of course periods here too. So if anything in your world is feeling a bit all over the place, go with it and trust. Remember those cards that we actually drew that help us to understand the overall energy flow of the month. We had trust the universe sitting there with harvest. So trust, because this is a time when the universe is going to be holding the higher vision and the higher purpose for you. We have 3 separate void of course periods. On June the 5th, the moon will move from Sagittarius into Capricorn with a 4-hour void of course period. On June the 7th, when she moves from Capricorn into Aquarius, we have another 4-hour void of course period. And on June the 9th, we have a 6-hour period when the moon moves from Aquarius into Pisces. And it's in Pisces that the last quarter moon takes place. Now, given the hectic busyness of June so far, the influence of this last quarter moon actually promises to bring a bit more groundedness, which is quite interesting because Pisces is often a, you know, it's a watery energy where we can feel a little bit emotional and sometimes a little bit out at sea. But very curiously, it brings a real dynamic, actually the overall dynamics of the moon at this time brings groundedness with the purpose of finding clarity. So with the Piscean energy, I think a lot of spiritual awareness can be given to us at this last quarter period. If your schedule will afford it, then I would personally timetable a very decent chunk of time to get still and really evaluate from the inside out. The lunar influence suggests that there is the potential to find actually very practical and very realistic solutions and answers. So it's a little bit of a gem this day, actually, the last quarter moon on June the 10th. The moon then reaches her balsamic or waning crescent moon phase, and this runs from June the 11th to June the 17th, passing through Pisces, Aries, Taurus, and into Gemini. Now, although we see a couple of slightly more intense surges of energy on the 15th and the 17th, overall the lunar flow during this moon phase is refreshingly steady, counterbalancing some of the more kind of impatient undercurrents of the overall astrodynamics. Given that the moon tunes into some beautifully expansive and very karmic potential, I would take full advantage of this period to catch your breath and give your full focus to those areas of your world that you genuinely want to prioritize and invest in. Really be conscious about what matters to you and give that your focus, because this does feel like a little bit of an oasis of calm and a perfect time to really bring your focus back into alignment in preparation for the next moon phase, when we have a lovely new moon in Gemini that brings us into a whole new moon month. Beautiful souls, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for all of your love, your support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, and your support of this channel. Tons of love to you all.